When creating a YouTube channel or a TikTok account, we all dream of having millions of views, a big fan base, and recognition from the biggest creators. It's easy to think that when you get your chance, that you'll stay humble and grounded through your success. But for many who've walked this path, their ego starts to take over. They're gaining more attention than they ever have. They're earning more money than they've ever seen. They've got access to almost everyone, and they feel almost untouchable. In many cases, they then lose sight of what got them there and start to turn their back on people that helped them get there. In this video, I'm going to show you some examples of creators who have faced this battle and what we can learn from their situations. I'll also show you a way that many big creators keep themselves grounded. The recent success of short form content and TikTok has changed the way that many creators get their fame and the speed of it. Whilst this instant rise to fame must be thrilling, it also has a lot of challenges too. And these creators have to quickly figure out who they want to be and what they want to do, in front of millions too. Some creators really struggle with this and end up going down the wrong path. A recent example of this was a TikTok creator called Jacksfit. Jack built a good following on his TikTok page for sharing relatable and simple fitness content. Viewers engaged and connected with Jack from early because he was quite a skinny guy trying to improve himself and bulk up, and many people wanted to see the progression. His authenticity and his bravery won over a small but loyal audience who were all rooting for him. His follower count skyrocketed and he was getting loads of support from the community. He even got a My Protein partnership, which is something loads of fitness creators dream of. But then things started to change. He started to shift from his genuine fitness journey and wanting to bulk up and get more muscular to skipping meals and not even training properly. He then started to surround himself with the wrong people and influencers that were just there to take advantage of him. And then he started hanging out with OnlyFans models and bashed one of his fellow fitness creators. Consequently, the relatability and respect for Jack started to disappear, and now he's struggling to rebuild that trust with his audience. It is a sad example because it's pretty clear to see how many people used him and how so many models took advantage of his naivety. But it is an example of how important it is to keep your ego in check as you get success online. Another example of this issue was on YouTube back in the day with Elliot Crawford. As many Joe Weller fans may recall, this all started with Elliot working in a coffee shop, and he was then given an incredible opportunity when Joe Weller, an already established YouTuber at that point, featured him in his content. Joe's support gave Elliot a platform and the attention he needed to build his own audience. They made so many good haunted videos together and even made music together. But as Elliot's channel and attention grew, some cracks started to show. And the turning point came on the lead up to Joe Weller's fight with KSI. Elliot ended up calling KSI and turned on Joe at a critical moment. Subsequently, many Joe Weller fans then turned on Elliot and his reputation took a huge hit. He ended up quitting content creation, and for years after, his posts were spammed with snake emojis. In recent years, Joe and Elliot have patched things up, and they now make videos together. But this is a reminder of how easily ego and disloyalty can ruin a creator's career. So what made these scenarios happen? And how can you ensure that you don't fall into the same trap that some of these creators have? One of the most important steps is to make sure you surround yourself with the right people early on. If this is your childhood friends, even better. Keep or build a solid foundation of friends that know you for you and not for your YouTube channel or your TikTok. These will be the people that call you out or ground you if and when the attention starts to go to your heads. Something that I'm assuming Jack and Elliot didn't have. Take the Sidemen for example. Their longevity on YouTube isn't just because they're entertaining on camera, it's because they can keep each other accountable off of it. When one of them strays off course, the others step in, making sure that they stay grounded. They tease each other, give honest feedback, and have built a culture on trust and humility. An example of this recently was when KSI was getting rinsed by the whole internet for his new song, and the Sidemen joined in and bantered him for it. They always ensure that they keep KSI grounded and let him know that he's never above the group. This point is important not only with fame, but with life in general. I believe one of the truest statements is that you are a sum of the people you spend the most time with. So if all of these people that you surround yourself with are yes men, you're likely going to have an inflated ego and think that you're a god. Another important point is to always remember why you started creating content in the first place. Was it to connect and help people, to share a passion, to entertain? Whatever your reason is, try and never lose sight of that. And your audience is what makes your success possible in this career. So you need to make sure that you engage with them, respond to them, and give back to them. And every once in a while, take time to reflect and think about who helped you get where you are today. So if you're dreaming about future success online, just take a minute to think about how you'll handle it. Because creators who thrive in the long run, it isn't necessarily just because they're talented, it's because they're grounded, humble, and they have a purpose. Another thing many big creators have to deal with is hate. And it's often misplaced and completely unjustified. To see specific examples of this and how you can deal with hate, watch this video right here. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button. Peace.